Hello everyone. I welcome you again. So today we have Miss Parvinder Arora with us. So welcome Parvinder.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Parvinder is a FPM scholar from MICA, Ahmedabad. So we'll start with your academic background first.
Yeah, so I did my 10th from Madhya Pradesh. There's a very small town named Bina. I did my 10th and 12th from there. Then I did my Bachelor of Arts in Mass Communication from Devi Ahilya, Indore. I was in School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I did my graduation from there. I interned with few media houses there. And from there, I went to my MBA in media management. I always had that interest in media management sort of a thing. So I went on to do my MBA in media management from Bhopal. I did my like MBA from Makhan Chaturvedi Institute. I did my MBA there. I also worked with Dainik Bhaskar. Like I was working with their digital team, and that's when my interest came in digital advertising per se. Instead of writing content, I was more interested in how this whole app is working, what the strategies they are using, and then I was aware about MICA. Then I read about it. Then I applied just after, like during my MBA only, there was an option to apply for MICA, so I applied for my FPM from there. And then like the whole journey of FPM started from there. Yeah.
Okay, that's wonderful. So it seems
Yeah.
you are interested to build your career in academics.
Yeah, completely. Because when I was working, I was interning with Dainik Bhaskar for almost an year while I was studying. My college had this opportunity that I can work part time. So I was working with Dainik Bhaskar, and I realized that academia is one thing which really interests me, and corporate is something which I'm not very interested in. And I thought that I need a better college to go to a better industry profile and all those things. So in that terms, I realized that academia is a one thing which I can really pursue. And obviously, my MBA college also pushed me in that direction because I had subject on research methodology and all those things, and it really interested me. Also, I was working with Dainik Bhaskar, so there were a few ideas, and I was aware that it's in demand. Like academia also needs some practical inputs, and digital marketing is something very emerging. So that's where my interest came in, and I thought that researching in academia and teaching is something which really interests me. So that's how I decided that FPM, I guess, is a right a platform for me because MICA being the mecca of marketing in India. So that was the like right platform where I can be in touch with some excellent faculties. So I read their profile online, and I read about the whole process online, and I applied on FPM while I was in my MBA.
Okay, that's wonderful. So which methodology you are using, applying, qualitative, quantitative,
Uh,
or which one? Which one in
yeah,
you are
so
expert?
I won't say expert, I'm still learning. And I guess as an academician, you are always learning. But right now, the methodology which I am pursuing is quantitative.
Okay.
So I am looking at digital, especially I'm looking at video advertising. So I'm looking at from a very quantitative perspective. Qualitative is something which I haven't dabbled yet, but there are a few projects which I'm working right now will actually like it's actually pushing me to go towards the qualitative side too. So I'm glad that I have this opportunity to explore all the methodology and know all the pros and cons of everything. But right now, I would say for my thesis and for the projects I did in the past, quantitative was the method. Yeah.
Okay. Will you share some light about how to decide a particular topic, research topic, and what kind of project opportunities a research scholar can have during their research year?
Uh, as we all are aware that if you are in academia, research is like inevitable part of it. You cannot avoid it. So when I was in my first year, MICA gave us a very wonderful overview that how teaching and research can go hand in hand. I was always interested in digital advertising, so that was something which I was always reading about, and I had the open mind that I will not stick to it completely, but if anything interesting comes up, I'll be doing that also. So when I did my first project, I explored influencer marketing because that was something happening in digital space, and there was a lot of research, and I had that interest. So even my guide was like, "This is an interesting topic you can read about." So I did my first project on influencer marketing. But digital video advertising was something which I was carrying from the very start, even when I presented my proposal in MICA. So, and I also realized that in these 2 years, this is not going anywhere. Instead, it's like growing manifold. So, my guide, like late Professor Jaitrivedi, he's no more, but he actually helped me in like pushing, and he helped me to like finalize these topics because he was also researching on these same. So, while I was also doing my coursework, there were a few interesting ideas which were thrown upon. So, I was also interested in meme marketing, but I realized that digital advertising and digital scope was something which I was always focused on and which I always had interest in. So I explored 3, 4 areas. So in digital advertising, also there are many things like there are banner advertising, there is video, there is meme going on, there are influencers, and I read about it and I realized that okay, you can pursue and you can go in the same direction. The theories and all are all the same, but I have to like come on the one topic. So one broad topic and then coming on to the like subtopic was easy, but I always had that broad topic in mind. So whoever is coming, it's not like I was lucky in that way that I had that broad topic in mind. But even if you don't need to worry because every PhD program gives you an opportunity to do your coursework, and in that coursework you learn with your colleagues, you learn with the professors who are teaching various courses. So by that process, if you're open minded and if you are reading a lot, you will have that kick, okay, that this is something which I will like to read for next 3 years.
Yeah.
So it should not be something which your guide is pushing you to do, or you think that it will be a very in topic in next 3 years. This is something which should interest you. So a digital arena was something which was like interesting to me from the very start, and video was something I was seeing that it's growing manifold, and I also have interest from the day one. So for my thesis, I finalized on video per se, that how digital video advertising is working, why people are watching it, why they are not watching it, and reading helps you identify that gap, because research does not work like that, that you can just come up with a topic and say that I want to do this. Reading the literature and understanding, like, is it important and will it contribute to the literature, will it contribute to the marketers, or will it contribute to the industry? That is something which you will learn in your coursework, that obviously your mentors and your guide will help you and how to identify that. But looking at the broader perspective, that will it contribute to the theory, will it contribute to the academia, will help you in narrowing down a broad topic, and then coming on to the subtopic, like will come from literature. So that's how I came on to my topic.
Okay, that's wonderful. So Parvinder
Yeah.
is a best award winner for some research work, and she is also a visiting scholar in Northwestern University. So, do you want to share your experience? How is it? How was it?
Yeah, so as I told you in the start, that MICA gave us the opportunity to pursue the research from the very start. So we knew that research is something, and journal publication is something which will go hand in hand with your thesis. So the key for my publications, I would say, was starting early. Professor Jay Trivedi and I started working in the month of January, which was like after 6 months of my uh, coursework. And I was also working with the other faculties like Professor Varsha and Professor Dharun. So they were all very helpful in like focusing me and telling me that journal publication and your thesis will go hand in hand. So the MICA gives us the Best Researcher Award to promote us to do better work. So that's how I got this award this year, because I had 3 publications this year, and it was all possible because I started working on them from the very first year. So that was something very interesting. It was like COVID was just coming in, we were working from home. It was very hard, but with the encouragement from the faculties and the guide we had, we could work on it. And that's why, like last year, some of my other batchmates got this award. This year, I got this. So this is the MICA's way to encourage us to do wonderful research and publish. Also about Northwestern, in our thesis advisory committee, there are 3 members and 1 chair. So the third member actually is not from MICA, it's from the overseas university. So I was very interested in the work of Professor Vijay Vishwanathan, and I wrote to him that I'll be very like privileged if he like to contribute something in my thesis and will guide me. And he was okay with that. And Northwestern University allow foreign exchange scholars, and MICA helps us in like going and doing all the financial help and all these helps. So that's how I visited Northwestern for 3 months. There I was working with him on a few projects on online communities and all those things, and also I was finalizing my thesis topic. So that was how I was in Northwestern. It was an amazing experience because I also got to attend the Academy of Marketing Science conference, which was in Monterey this year. So that was also a wonderful opportunity which we got because we were there, and we also our paper also got selected. So it was wonderful.
Amazing. That's amazing. So thank you for sharing your learning and experience with all of us. Is there anything else you want to share with the viewers?
Yeah, I would say that PhD sometimes is a very lonely journey, but like be in touch with the people and learn from your colleague is something which I feel uh, we are afraid of sharing, or sometimes we don't talk that much. But I guess your peers only will understand your struggle better. So just be in touch with your peers and share as much as you can. And peer learning is something which we take for granted in PhD, but I guess this is one thing which has benefited me a lot. And I hope that the people who are listening, who are gonna go in PhD, that they continue doing that, because when we were in our graduation and post graduation, we learned with our peers a lot. But we hope, like we expect that in PhD, this is a very lonely thing. We'll just work with our guide and we can excel. So it's not like that. You can learn with your peers, and that keeps you motivated and ongoing in this long journey. So that's one thing which I would like to like stress upon.
Okay. Thank you, Parvinder. Thank you for sharing your
Yeah.
learning and experience with all of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.